Charles Rudibaugh, and I'm back with the second 5 tips on surviving your first year in network marketing. And here's a really powerful one. This is a really good tip, and I think you're going to really like this. Just remember this. Professionals built the Titanic, but amateurs built the Ark. You don't have to be great. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a professional to make money. Most of the money made is by amateurs who are excited. The new people. They're making money. They're excited. They're telling everyone. And you'll earn while you're learning. Don't focus on learning to be a professional and then go out and do it. It won't work. It doesn't work. It can't work that way because you just wasted all this time without making money and now your story sucks, right? So what you got to do is get excited and just go be an amateur who's working on their skills, trying to learn the language, trying to do the best they can, studying the industry, being a student of the industry. But just remember, all you got to do is get out there and be an amateur. And when you can do that, people are going to know, this guy, he's making all this money. If he can do it, I can do it, right? So just remember that. Professionals built the Titanic. I just think that was, when I heard that the first time, I was like, that was so good. Here's another really good, powerful tip. This is directly from my mentor. If you can't train them, trade them. If you can't train them, trade them. What does that mean? I was like, that's kind of harsh. But see, what's going to happen is you're going to be in your first year. You're going to have 5, 10 people on your team, maybe in your first week, maybe in your first month. I don't know. Whatever you're doing. But you got 5, 10 people on your team in your first couple weeks, let's say, and they're not all doing what you're doing. They're not all doing it. They're not all coming to every meeting. They're not all going gung-ho, being aggressive. They're not all copying what you're doing. And so what's going to happen is you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to try to train them. You're going to try to motivate them. You're like, I got my team. I got my team, and I'm going to get them all motivated, and I'm going to make them productive. I'm going to make them successful. But they're not going to be successful if they're not wanting to be successful. You've got the environment. You've got the system. You've got the protocols. You've got the training. You've got everything the company has set up for you. If they want to be successful, they need to plug into that, and they'll be successful. You gave them the opportunity. What you need to do is trade them. Doesn't mean kick them out. It means love them anyway, even though they're not being productive. Love them. Maybe they're marinating. Maybe they're going through personal development to get to the point where they can start being productive because they've got some mental blocks of fear or whatever it is. So just know that you got a team that's awesome. You need to build your team a team. Get a new team up underneath that team. Find some new people. Don't worry about trying to make everybody successful. Work on finding people that want to be successful on their own, and then it's easy to help them, and it's fun to help them. But when you go start trying to make everyone successful, man, that's a drain. Because those people, a lot of people sign up, like I talked about in the other video, with the wrong attitude to begin with. They think it's a get-rich-quick, a lottery ticket. They signed up hoping that you're going to do it for them, and they're just going to have money coming in, and then they don't do anything, and you're like, how come they're not doing anything? Well, maybe it was the language you used in signing them up. Maybe you told them they didn't have to do anything, and you're going to do it all for them and put people under them. Well, no wonder they're not doing anything. So just remember that, because that's powerful. If you can't train them, trade them. Here's number 8, wrapping this up. Network marketing is the easiest way to get rich, but getting rich isn't easy. So, network marketing, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You could say it's easy. It is easy. I mean, the reality is, what do? We talk to people. I mean, you can't give a company DVD to someone. You can't hand your bottle of juice to someone and say, try it. You can't say, hey, are you open to making extra money? The reality is that what we actually have to do is really easy. I mean, this isn't trench warfare. This isn't climbing El Cap. You know what I mean? This isn't like winning an Olympic gold. This isn't so complicated and difficult that no one can do it. Anyone can do it. It is easy, but it's difficult in your emotions. Getting rich, the reason why most people can't get rich, don't get rich, is because their emotions aren't educated. Right? So you got to be emotionally educated. You got to be level-headed, and that's where the challenge is. It's easy, but it's hard. It's really not hard. It's like an easy hard. It's easy to give a DVD, but it's hard to manage your emotions when your best friend doesn't want to show up to the meeting and support you, or when your mom won't even be your customer, right? Or when your best friend flakes and he says he's coming, and you're like at the hotel looking outside. Where is he? I thought he was going to come. That's disappointing. So get through that. Don't worry about that. It's easy to get rich in network marketing, but it's still not easy. You still got to grow. You still got to be somebody that's worth the money. If you want to be worth $1 million, you need to be worth $1 million. You need to become worth $1 million. So point number 9, wrapping this up, all momentum comes from new blood. So you keep trying to pump and pump and pump and pump your team and get them to do more, and you're spending time with them. That's not where the business is. The business isn't talking to your team. The business is talking to prospects who are not on your team. So your reps are calling you all the time, asking you questions that they could find in their back office, asking you questions the answer was on the conference call they didn't get on this morning. They're calling you, asking you simple questions that they could call rep services, IBO support, and get questions answered for them. They're calling you, wasting your time with questions that are right there on the website that they could go to the website and get their questions answered. Don't waste your time giving answers to people where they can go find them themselves and baby people. Teach people to be autonomous. Teach people where to go get the information. Say, that's a great question. Call rep support. If you can't get the answer for them, give me a call back. Show them where to go to get the information. That's what you got to do, right? So that you can spend 90% of your time talking to people that are not in the business. Someone's on your team, you can't re-sign them up. You can't make money with them on their, getting them started and finding them their services or getting their initial products sold. You can't make that money on them again, right? So you want to help new people get started, that get new product sales, get new services signed up and make that money, and help them get new people and make that money. Don't waste a bunch of time with everybody that's in. You want to have group events. The group events that you promote for and get everyone to those events, that's what supports your team. That's what mentors your team. That's what builds it long term, while you're focused on your daily activities, talking to people who are not in the business, talking to people who just joined and you need to help them get their first few sales or whatever it is, right? Get their first couple people on their team. Then you're working with those people. They're brand new and you're getting their new people. You're just trying to talk to new people, talk to people who haven't seen the business yet, as much as possible. People who haven't seen the business, is all about new blood. That's what it's all about. All momentum comes from new blood. And wrapping this up with the last tip, number 10, speed and exposures. Speed and exposures. That's all that matters. Going from person to person to person to person fast. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Not someone joins your team and, okay, cool, on Monday, and then we'll get together on Thursday with your friend and we'll show them the business. No, it's Monday. Let's go meet up tonight. Let's go to IHOP. It's midnight. You're doing a presentation at midnight to get him his first rep on his first day still in the business. And then Tuesday, you've already got 3, 4, 5 appointments lined up with him and the guy from IHOP Midnight, and you got appointments there. Boom, 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 boom. And you get someone to join there. Then boom, you're calling his people right there and getting appointments for later that day. Who do you know that can come down here right now? Who do you know that can come meet us right now? Who do you know that's off of work and looking to make some extra money? They're not working right now. They could come meet us right now. So you're trying to go fast. Boom, 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 to the next one, to the next one. And so you're working. You're working. We work nights and weekends. It's not the weekend off. It's not, go to your job, make a couple calls, get someone to a meeting, and then hope they go blow this thing up. You want to work it. You want to be talking to new people. The next one, the next one, the next one. And you do that. It duplicates, and you're just going fast to the next person. Boom. Who do you know? Who do you know that could take advantage of this? Who do you know that would be interested in this? And you make that call. Cool, put me on the phone. And then you're talking to them. You're scheduling an appointment, not for a week away, for the same day or for the next day. You prospect somebody at 7-Eleven, the guy working there, you're like, hey, how long have you been working here? He tells you, and you're like, well, is this what you want to do forever? No, I'd definitely like to do something else. Would you keep your business options open? Yeah, definitely. Why? What are you doing? Well, give me a call. Write down your number. Give me a call. I'll give you a call and let you know about it, right? And so they're like, boom. So now you're going to give them a call the next day, and you're going to schedule them for an appointment the next day? That's kind of slow. That's not bad. That's not super whack. But it's more amateur, it's not professional. Professional is like, great, when do you get off of work? And they're like, it's 5 o'clock. Cool. Why don't we meet up at 5:30 at the Starbucks right across the corner? Same day, exposure. You at the Starbucks, you show them they like it. Cool. Is there anyone that you want to get their approval on this on? Is there anyone that you want to get their support on? Oh, I got to talk to my wife. Cool, let's call her up. Can she come down here right now? We can go meet with her. Boom, to the next one, right there. So speed and exposures, that's what it's all about. All momentum comes from new blood. Don't worry about the people on your team that aren't doing anything. Just find new people. Get them somebody who's their friend up underneath them, and they go blow it up. And now that person who's above gets motivated because their guy's blowing up their team. So just go fast, work hard, and the goal is not to work hard forever your whole life, 7 days a week. The goal is 2, 3, 4, 5 years of working hard so you can live the rest of your life like nobody else can, because they weren't willing to work weekends. They weren't willing to go 7 days a week hard. They weren't willing to grind. They weren't willing to make it happen. They want to do less and get more. You're willing to do more and get less for a short period of time till that builds up and builds up to where you're getting paid on things you didn't even do. So work now on things you don't get paid to do so that later on you can get paid on things you're not doing. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.